Homes and vehicles destroyed overnight as the monstrous Dixie Fly fire tore through this Northern California community. It's the largest wildfire burning in the state, expected to reach 200,000 acres tonight. That's the size of all of New York City, with more than 5,000 firefighters battling the flames and thousands of residents evacuated.
People are losing their homes and everything.
All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Earthly Mother, sanctifying Yahawashi, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Monday, July the 26th, 2021, and it's currently 1:23 a.m. Peace be with you. Peace be upon you. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. What you are seeing here, beloved, it is called Esau's trouble and the Gentiles' tribulation. What you are witnessing here, it is called the two-third punishment. What you are seeing here and witnessing through your screens and the videos that you're about to witness, all of them are the wrath of the Heavenly Father, because the 400 years is over. Time is up. Pay up. Get off of the land. The Father's going to burn you off the land. He's going to forcibly removing you from all our lands worldwide. Beloved sisters and brothers, we are going to watch those videos. We are going to see how the Heavenly Father, how He's protecting the nation, how He's destroying the heathens, and how He's visiting the earth. It is up to you to pray and ask the Heavenly Father, is this Jacob's trouble? Is this what He meant when He said He was going to bring Jacob's trouble? You heard this gentleman in the beginning of this video. People are losing their home and everything. Beloved, this is the wildfire, and West Coast, California. We are going to see there's a lot of wildfire, floodings and all that. And I said that I was going to play the video of the Chinese, the flooding that happened over there in Zhengzhou and China. But I am unable to do this because I find out that the person that published that video, they kind of like switched. Well, they didn't strike her channels, but they gave her like some type of warning because the video was too graphic. So I will not be able to play it, brothers, and I cannot leave a link because, beloved, it's just way too graphic. And I am going to go ahead and go through all of those videos. You will witness, beloved, the Father's wrath. Let us begin.
Fighters battling the flames and thousands of residents evacuated.
People are losing their homes and everything.
The Golden State also fighting the Tamarack fire near Lake Tahoe, both now contained over 20%, with 4 counties under state of emergency.
The fire seems to be outpacing the efforts. They're spotting over a mile long.
Tonight, 85 large fires are burning across 11 states in the West, with extreme drought conditions extending through the region.
This is super dry. I mean, all this, you can't even find moisture under there. The fires are getting bigger faster.
So you heard that. You hear that the firefighters, the professionals, what they are noticing, beloved, they are seeing that the fires are getting a lot faster. They're getting a lot bigger, and they are burning a lot more intense.
In Oregon, the Bootleg fire is the nation's largest, torching more than 400,000 acres and destroying at least 67 homes.
How many acres, beloved? More than what? More than how many acres? This thing is all over, beloved. Let's hear to it. Let's hear it again. Man, this is beautiful.
Its largest, torching more than 400,000 acres.
Scorching, torching more than 400,000 acres. There you go with that magic number, 400. All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH. Okay, all praises. And then again, we will go to Genesis 15 verse 13. But before we go there, we have to tell the nation this is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the city. All right. So the fire is burning, okay, the whole place, beloved, the whole thing. All right.
And destroying at least 67 homes, Gage Clark's among them.
I came back thinking that I still had something to come home to, and when I got here, I was actually kind of got shot and nothing left.
Okay, so this gentleman, beloved, okay, let me ask you a question, all right? Now, I want to make this perfectly clear. I myself, I am not making fun of anybody. The Most High is making fun of people. Now, this gentleman that you're seeing here, Mr. Cage Clark, okay, he's Oregon resident. He thought he was going to come back to his house, and then he come back, everything is burned. You know what this guy is? I don't know. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know. But in the spirit, those guys are the so-called off-grade people. Those are the preppers. Those are the people that run. Those are the people that the survivalists, the survivors. Those are the people that think like the Most High mind is as little as theirs. Those are the people that screaming, well, I ain't gonna stay in the city because there are so many black people in the city. I'm gonna go in and live in the woods, living off grade. When the whole H went down, nothing's going to happen to me. There you go.
Thing to come home to, and when I got here, I was actually kind of got shot and nothing left.
Okay, so he has nothing left. People think they can go live in the woods off grade and live in anywhere and think like the Heavenly Father's wrath is not gonna come to them. Listen, the Father, there is no running from the Father of creation. Whether you go hide in Africa, whether you go anywhere, whether you get your passport, whether you go anywhere in this face of this earth, you will be found. You will be judged.
Now in Montana, where more than a dozen large fires are burning and 5 firefighters remain hospitalized.
How many fires they said in Montana? More than what? You can type it in the live stream. Okay, it's all over. Let's listen to it again. I didn't even know if they have wildfire in Montana right now. Okay, let's listen.
Now in Montana, where more than a dozen large fires are burning and 5 firefighters remain hospitalized.
A dozen. The number 12 again. All praises to the Most High. Let us continue.
Crews from California and Utah rushing in this weekend to help fight the flames. A united front against Mother Nature.
No, Wong. See, this is that blazing fire. No, this is the work of the Heavenly Father. This is the work of the Most High, okay? He's pissed off. He's angry because you people refuse to acknowledge who he is. You refuse to acknowledge who we are publicly, and you refuse to get the hell off of our lands worldwide. So the Heavenly Father is burning you up from the land. He's destroying you from the land. What you're watching here, beloved, this is a beautiful house, you know, that the Bariel is doing her dance recital in there. Okay, so I don't care who you are, brethren. If your house burned down like this, you won't be happy. You won't be smiling. This is the Heavenly Father's work. All praises to the Most High. All right?
Guad Venegas, NBC News.
So, oops. Did I? Okay. Wow.
Tonight.
Anyway. So, oh boy. I did? Ah, man. There we go. So, all right. Let us continue with the fire.
And on the wildfire front, firefighters are working to hold containment lines on the Bootleg Fire in southern Oregon. It's the biggest wildfire in the country right now at 408,000 acres and growing.
Okay, this thing is over 400,000 and growing. We've been following this thing when it was like somewhere around like a couple thousand, and then now it's just over 400,000. And it's growing. Okay, fire season will be over in December. Fire season will be over in November, I believe. November. Let's be on the safe side, November. So you got this thing going all the way up to November. You got a good 4 months. All praises to the Most High.
about twice the size of New York City for some context. Firefighters are getting a better handle on it and have it 46% contained. Crews from all over, including Portland, are part of that firefight. Galen Etlin got an update as they work to save lives, homes, and land.
As flames burned forest and wildlands overnight in Klamath and Lake counties, the tone from firefighters is now more optimistic.
And there's been a lot of homes, up to the hundreds, that have been saved because of our firefighters.
Yeah, okay, so hundreds homes have been saved. You think that will make up for that one home that was burned? And you guys, it seems like they really don't want to tell you how many homes that's been destroyed, but anyway.
Stephen Myers is part of the team working to protect buildings from the bootleg fire. They're removing fuel around homes and wrapping them in this heat-reflecting foil. With the fast-moving flames, at least 67 homes have burned in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, at least, yeah, whatever, man.
I imagine that must be both very rewarding and heavy work, seeing that some people have lost their homes already. What is that like for you?
So in this case, when you have multiple homes and you're having to triage which ones make the most sense to defend.
Okay, which one black folks are not living on, you know? And you got, well, in this part, brothers, we really don't have our people in this part, but they are really looking at see the home of the Negroes. Anything that have to do with our people, they let it burn. But again, this is the Heavenly Father removing those people from the land.
And work on.
Oh, wait a minute, is that thing even recorded? I haven't seen this. Let me see. Yes, it is. Yes.
It can be really challenging.
The threat to structures has changed.
Marcus Kaufman is part of the Wildland Fire team, helping cut back fuel and create hard lines to keep the fire from spreading even more.
Line construction can take days.
Day and night, crews are clearing paths 30 to 40 feet wide. Even then, wind and dry conditions can carry flames across lines.
That's true. The embers, it could just carry it.
Creating new spot fires.
That process is very tiring, somewhat frustrating for the crews because we weren't making the kind of progress that we wanted to.
But he says a recent break in the weather has meant more mild conditions.
Getting a good depth in there and mop up.
Weather overall, though, has been a challenge, with a tornado even confirmed earlier this week, ripping bark off trees northeast of Campbell Lake along the eastern perimeter of the fire.
So in the midst of this fire, in the midst of all those fire, beloved, you got tornadoes. And it's amazing that till now, beloved, those people never come to the conclusion that we are under judgment. They never come to the conclusion saying that, wait a minute, something is going on here. Something is going on. And you're going to see, brethren, once you start getting to certain places, especially when you start getting to the crashes, the one-way crashes, people start questioning things now because they never seen this happen so often. Okay, so now what you're seeing here, beloved, and it's the wrath of the Most High, it's the judgment of the Heavenly Father upon those people.
Controlled burns are part of the line building process too, many happening at night when temperatures are cooler.
How is it working for weeks on end through such a difficult task that is not necessarily getting easier?
It can be mentally challenging, and it has been a long haul.
Okay, so it's mentally challenging, okay? So those people are catching a lot of hell, like a lot, all right? So all praises to the Most High. Let us move to the next video, okay? So... oops, hang on.
Say a 21-year-old woman was speeding the wrong way.
All right, so we're going to read what those people are saying. So 2 dead-end fatal head-on crash in Long Beach. All right, let's listen.
This is CBS 2 News at 5 p.m.
Now at 5, 2 people are dead following a wrong-way crash in Long Beach. Good Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Chris Holmstrom.
And I'm Rachel Kim. Welcome to CBS News at 5, streaming live on CBSN Los Angeles. Police say a 21-year-old woman was speeding the wrong way in the carpool lane when the crash happened around 5:30 this morning.
Yeah, investigators say the wrong way.
So how old was she? How old was this woman? We know for a fact 12 mean blessing. What does the reverse of 12 mean? Okay.
Driver slammed head-on into another car on the eastbound 91 freeway near Atlantic Avenue.
91 freeway, Psalm 91. Okay, we all cover under this, but apparently they are not.
CBS 2's Sharmela Aragawi has details.
A devastating scene in
Beloved, look at this, man. Look at this. Can you imagine the sheer forces, the strength, the velocity of these two cars, man? Can you imagine the impact? 2 dead and fatal hit. Wow.
Long Beach, where 2 people are killed in a crash involving a wrong-way driver on the eastbound 91 freeway early Sunday morning.
CHP received multiple calls of a wrong-way driver driving westbound and eastbound lanes of the 91. Unfortunately resulted in a head-on collision, killing 2 people.
CHP says each of the 2 vehicles only had the drivers inside. Both drivers were killed in the crash.
Wow.
Investigators shut down the freeway for hours as they combed through the scene. They say at this time there's no indication that drugs or alcohol were involved.
Okay, that's the thing, because they don't know the ley lines are causing this. They don't know the Heavenly Father is in the midst. So what they are looking for, beloved, they are looking for plausible things. They are looking for usual suspect. They are looking for things that they can explain. Now, beloved, let us go ahead and read a little of the comments, okay? Now, excuse me. These types, this is from Steve DeLeon, okay? These types of tragic accidents are becoming more common on our interstates and highway. It's terrible. You see, now people start noticing, beloved, things like that are very, very rare. They're supposed to be very, very rare, and then they are happening almost every week. They are seeing at least one. Okay, now this is what the response. It's the only way the government can put everyone in an autonomous vehicle. Interesting. Lots of illegal that can't read English and don't understand the American words where it's fact, and the media covering these things is proof and real today, yesterday. So you mean like this is the first time illegal immigrant ever get into the United States? Is that what that is? And we know those people been coming here in our land forever. Since 1492, they didn't know how to read and do anything. This is not what that is. It's not like, beloved, even though you did not know how to drive, you would have never, ever get into the wrong way. It's because those people drove through a portal, and then those portal opened right in front of another car, and then bam. So sad. The one-way drivers are most likely inhibited or suicidal. Insane. Rest in peace. Suicidal. You know what? This is becoming more common. Spike strips and severe tire damage signs need to be placed in every one-way drivers. This is not gonna help, because it's not. Beloved, this is not something those people know. To them, they are driving the right way. Nobody in their right mind will do something like this. It is caused by the ley line. It's just a portal open. They just drive right to the vortex, and it'll open over there. Boom, accident. Today, something happened. Well, yesterday. Today is already 1:41 a.m. Yesterday, the wife and I just came from her mother's house, and then we were driving. And then we were coming upon another car. There was a car accident there. And then and the wife and I were like, oh my God, what happened? What happened and stuff? That's an accident here. And then she said, this is like the second accident we see here. And then a dude was on a bike. He pulled up next to us. And then he said, you know what happened? This is the third one today. The guy said, this is the third one just for today. And the same spot. And then we laugh, and then he went ahead, and then we go. So those people start noticing, beloved brothers and sisters, this thing is not normal. Something is going on. They cannot quietly figure it out yet. And I see, and I understand that a lot of Gentiles now, what they are saying, the energy, the magnetic energy of the earth is shifting. That's why you're seeing this. No, it's called the ley line. Stop swagger jacking, okay? Yes. It is interesting how CHP states be ready for an emergency on the road. When I got ticket for speeding, it's the family of those lost. Damn, that sucks, especially. Rest in peace. If it was suicide, why take out someone else? Crazy, because it's not suicide, okay? Okay, whenever I go to California, I always drive on the slow lane. This is why you always has ask God's protection from the angels. Okay, I'm not quite sure who that is. Could be one of our people, but anyway. All right. We should put those tire spikes. This is the solution. They like to repeat and regurgitate garbage and vomit. The other ones keep saying we should put those tire spikes you see at getaways on our freeway exits, so one-way drivers don't stand a chance at heffing over other people. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. Okay, that's not what that is. This society is losing its mind. Curse be the mind. Curse be the thoughts. Okay? All right? All right? Okay. All right. Great. All praises to the Most High. Okay? They are seeing this. It's happening way too often.
Collecting evidence, conducting traffic collision investigation. Every traffic collision scene is different, and we investigate it to the best of our abilities.
CHP reminding people to stay focused when driving in order to be able to respond to a sudden emergency.
You need to be attentive at all times and be able to respond to any emergency, whether it be a wrong-way driver, an item in the roadway.
This is all garbage. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what happened. All they know, this thing keep happening, and they don't know the Most High is doing this with the ley line. All praises to the Most High. Oh, all right. Well, let us take Genesis 15, verse 13, and we know, beloved, the reason these things is happening is because Genesis 15 verse 13 is fulfilled. The 400 years has been fulfilled in 2019. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Now we in Genesis 15:14. The Father's judging the nation. That is why you see all those wildfire. And he's judging the nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham and a bunch of other things. Okay? The ley line also, you see all those accidents are happening. It's because like those people, most likely that person was driving on a road, in a regular road, and then the portal opened and she didn't even see this, and then she went right to it, hit another car. All right? This we witness fiery conflagration of the cities. Let us keep on moving, beloved. Okay.
What would you do if you were sitting in your home and suddenly a car rams right through the wall and nearly kills you? Well, we're willing to bet your reaction would be nothing like this guy, who seems to have nerves of steel.
This gentleman is at his dining room table. Then the unexpected happens.
So, now, beloved, I know for those of you that have the let me enlarge this for you. Excuse me. For those of you that have the spiritual eyes, okay, for those of you that know exactly what's going on here, for those of you that can see, okay, on the right side of this gentleman's house, or his living room, or his dining room, or his house, you can see the massive amount of crucifix. You could see the massive amount of crosses. You could see the massive amount of mark of the beast that he has on his wall. And yet the Most High sent, this guy was peacefully in his home, and then yet the Most High switched the ley line. This happened. And people like try to give this guy credit, like he's so cool, he didn't budge. No, this guy is in shock. Can you imagine? He's not doing anything wrong, brothers and sisters. That is why they say the wicked shall have no peace. This Christian man is inside of his house enjoying his dinner. Okay.
Room table. Then the unexpected happens.
Okay.
A car slams right into the house.
Okay.
It's a shocking moment for sure. But
Okay.
the eye-popping video is going viral for the way 61-year-old Jay Bloom reacts.
Okay, this dude is 61 years old. You know what to do.
Or should we say, how he doesn't react.
Now, for those of you, a few of the people will pick up this rooster in the back here. You know? For those of you, wait, what is this? Wow, is that an angel giving the middle finger right here? This look like a angel with a headband. You know, a white headband raises right hand and give the middle finger. I don't know if that's how it looks like. Okay, you know, it looks like an angel over there, and then give the middle finger over there, like, you know. But you can see this rooster and this quote unquote, it's like a crescent moon. So the rooster has something to do with the Haitian symbol of Jean-Jacques Dessalines, you know, the first emperor, you know, that like, you know, it's a symbol of a fight, a symbol of war. It's a cockfight, you know, it's a fighting cock. That's what they call them. So yeah, it looks like a dude with a white headband, 2 eyes, and then give the middle finger to this guy. Okay, so yeah, this dude is in shock. Okay, don't let the Gentiles fool you and say like, oh hey, you are so cool. No man, that guy's in shock. Like, yo, I'm just sitting at home, I'm not bothering anybody, and then this thing happened to me. Oh man, come on, Jesus, where were you? Where are you?
Call him Joe Cool. You're so casual. It looks like nothing happened in the world.
That's kind of me.
What do you mean that's kind of you?
That's how I live life, dude.
The video is reminding people of this famous incident from 2019 when a patron acted cool as a cucumber as an armed robber held up everyone at the bar. It looked like you were moved maybe 5-6 feet.
And shoved me all the way across the room.
You got to feel like the luckiest guy in the world.
You got that right, Jim. You got that right.
Officials say the lady who rammed Jim's house had passed out while driving because of a medical condition.
Of course, listen, they always give you some type of usual suspect. This person had she was drunk, she passed out, she fell asleep and stuff. They don't know why. They don't know why this happened. And we see and we understand why, because the Heavenly Father give us the spiritual eyes. And then we know for a fact that the Father put those things in there because we see he always puts something that it is saying like, yo, I'm doing this, okay? I'm destroying those people. Okay, this is our Joe Cool. Nah, man. You know, this is a horrible thing. This guy, he got hit pretty bad, man. Okay, and from the coming up years, he will feel this pain. All praises to the Most High.
A woman, this was earlier today. She is in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Happened at the Prime Stop Food Mart on Lane Avenue. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is joining us live after getting surveillance video from the store next door. Marilyn, this video, does it show how all this unfolded?
All right, live crabs. Okay, all right. Well, okay. Is this that?
It does. So the man was standing right here. A woman walks in front of him. He hits her inappropriately, and then the two of them start to fight. But if we walk...
So this place serve nothing but crab, fresh shrimp, and... Oh, man, the Most High have a great sense of humor. This place serve like garlic crabs, cooked now crabs, fresh shrimp, and all the abomination of the sea. Beautiful animal, good animals of the sea. Those things clean the bottom of the sea. They are good animal. Okay, yeah, you're not supposed to eat them, but you know that's what this place is. That's wait, this is in Florida, right? Yeah, Jacksonville. This is in Florida. So, and was woman injured at Westside convenience store shot with her own gun? It's just the 2/3. It's crazy, man. All praises.
Walk down a little bit further. We don't see a shot go off or hear a shot go off until they get into the store next door. This is video from the Florida Fish Market cameras. You see a man standing in front of the store at 12:13. A woman walks in front of him and he hits her inappropriately. Switching angles, she turns around and appears to dig in a waistband and pulls a gun. He steps in and reaches for her arm. She pushes him off and he backs up with his hands raised.
Okay, so you should never do this. If you have a gun and somebody like this touch your behind and stuff, you walk a safe distance and you try to get away from this person. If this person try to follow you, and then you can pull your gun and get ready to do stuff, but you don't walk up to them like this, because she walk up to him like she was another man. Like she can go toe to toe with this man because, well, she has a gun. Okay, so then again, we don't know. Those people could know each other. Most likely they do. Most likely, and it happened before, and they're going to make it seem like, oh, this is just random attack and stuff. But hey, man, 2/3 demons out there, all praises.
She comes back toward him, holding a pistol down to her side. They start talking, and she proceeds to hit him with the gun.
You don't do this. That's not what a gun is for. You cannot fight. Well, you already see the style of this woman. You know, this woman think like she can fight a man, a real man. This dude is big and he's strong. Okay, you hit him with either you shoot him with the gun, or you just get away. You don't hit him probably, I don't know, the gun probably, she didn't even know how to operate it, okay?
Scuffle for a few seconds. She backs up and points the gun at him. They start talking again while she holds the gun by her side. She throws a punch with the other hand while he stands in front of her. She puts the gun away, points to the camera, he walks away, and she picks up her things in front of the store. They both walk in the direction of the food mart where police say the shooting happened. Fast forward to 12:19, the man is seen walking away with the gun in his hand. Street cameras show him running, and as he walks out of the frame, we see him with the gun and appear to throw it away. Police say he ran towards an apartment complex. They say air support, canines, and a task force are still trying to find him. If you have any information on where he may be, you're asked to call.
Oh, praises to the Most High. Oh, man, this is so much crazy things going on out there, man. All praises.
A local pastor accused of sexually abusing a young girl for years. Tonight, he is behind bars accused of a horrible crime and betrayal to his church. KCAL 9 Inland Empire reporter Nicole Comstock with the details tonight.
Investigators tell us this little girl was just 9 years old when her pastor started abusing her.
How old she was? Beloved, understand this. Those guys, those pastors, those preachers, those reverends, they're supposed to do things like this. And we had a podcast Saturday night where sister called, and she was having, her brother ended up murdering one, I believe her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, or a man that disrespected her, and she was looking for comfort, and she went to her pastor, and the pastor, you know, he had the nerve to tell her, I want to lick honey from your body. Those guys are perverts. That's what they do. Brethren, there are multiple videos, and I'm not gonna say where to find these videos of pastors. And there was a pastor from a Colombian pastor. He made all the young women in his church, he told them, the only way for you to get to heaven, you're gonna have to bake some of that fresh young cookie for me. And the young ladies believe him. And in the church, while the church is going, while those people are out there praising Cesare Borgia, you know, pastor, you know, get in there, get some of that flour, water, sugar. And they start baking right there. They open a little bakery in the back room of the church. Live, film. It's not like one by one. He took them 2 by 2. That's what those guys, well, that's what they do. And there's a Haitian pastor with one of the young women in the church. They were baking a lot of bread and stuff. All those things, they all over the internet. It's like, I mean, it shocked me, like people are shocking by this. I'm like, yo, they supposed to do this. This little young girl was 9 years old, and this man was sexually abusing her. And people are like, oh, I'm shocked. They're supposed to do this because they are demons. That's how they draw the spiritual power, by doing things like this. It's not like they don't like doing this to, I would say, for the child to be willingly, for the young woman to do, for the person, for the other parties to be to agree. They want to do it to a way that the party will resist, or they will feel empowered, so they will abuse this person. They can draw their spiritual power. So in other words, rape.
And that it continued for 3 years. People in the community tell us that he's found guilty of these
she was 9 until it goes for 3 years until she was 12. All praises to the Most High.
crimes. He belongs in jail much longer.
These people that believe these false teachings and they start spreading it out, it's like a cancer.
From behind a microphone to behind bars, a pastor at a Rancho Cucamonga church is now in jail, charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child. 67-year-old Puretti Hillary is listed as an apostle who got saved at 6 years old.
Okay, so this apostle, okay, let me see, apostle Purity got saved at 6 years old and has been serving in the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ since 1990 in various capacities. Okay, Shiloh Tabernacle. Okay, so those people, that's what they do, and Christians love those things. Beloved, well, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to say this. Listen, it's not like their parents did not know those things are happening. They do know, brethren. They do know things are happening. I don't want to say this. But there's a person that I know, and she become a so-called, quote-unquote, a cowgirl because she was raped by the pastor's wife. When she was a little girl, she was in the church, and the pastor's wife took her while the church was going on, and she brought her in a secure room and used one of those fake third leg on her. She was just a little girl, and forced it on her. And it going on for years, and she got injured like this. And now she's become a massive cowgirl, and she hated herself for that. But she said that's the only way she can feel anything is to do this type of thing. A pastor's wife did this to her. Somebody that is very close to our people. Okay, they know very well this thing. They want that to happen. Christian, they have this fantasy. Okay, they always tell the child, you are lying. Okay, he's a good man, he's a good pastor, he's a good apostle. He got saved when he was 6 years old. He's serving into the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's what they did. All praises.
On the website for Shiloh Tabernacle, the church used to hold services out of this office building on Archibald and 9th in Rancho Cucamonga, where investigators say the sexual abuse took place.
I mean, if you can't trust your pastor or minister, then it's like, who can you trust?
You trust YAHAWAH himself, lady. You trust no one. You don't even, like I say, I don't even trust myself. I don't even trust myself in a room with a bucket of fried chicken and well-made steak. I don't trust myself there. I know my limit. I don't like to tempt myself. I don't trust myself anywhere. I only trust the Most High. Some brothers, some brothers can walk in any bakery, brothers, and nothing won't happen to them. Some brothers, they simply can't. They don't trust themselves with a professional baker because at any moment something will happen. You can't trust anybody, not even yourself. Or if you can't trust this and that, those people put their trust in men. Okay, it's something like it's a beloved. It's not like something that is secret in church. It's amazing, like how people think those things are secret in church. No, they're not.
Angela St. John says she never trusted anyone alone with her kids. The mother and local preschool teacher says she thinks kids can be even more vulnerable to abuse with people in positions of power.
When there's people out there that say she's lying, that's just,
of course, that's
terrible.
No, they know that, brothers. They know. They just say she's lying because they want to get the pastors off. Okay, they say this. They know that. Okay, they know that. That's the first thing they tell those little girls. You're lying. You're trying to looking for attention. It's like they have. Look, when things like that happen, most of the time, the fellow that did, they strike the deal with the parents first. They strike the deal with their parents. It's a spiritual thing, man. To force your way upon somebody that don't want anything to do with you, especially a person that you have the physical strength and even more importantly, the mental strength. Because you really don't need any physical strength to do any of that to anyone. All you need is the mental power, the lies. You can tell that person. All praises.
That's what makes some of these children afraid to speak up. They're afraid they won't be believed.
In this case, investigators say the now 14-year-old girl did speak up. And after an extensive investigation, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested him.
That's pretty terrible. I feel
that's a sister right here, okay? And she wearing a shirt say cute and psycho. All right, and she has that African pendant in there, so cute and psycho. Okay, that's what that is. A psychopath. Okay, is that what that is? Because psycho is when somebody, it's a real medical thing, brothers. Okay, let's see. Define this. Okay, define psycho. No, not cycle.
Here's the definition of cycle. A series of events that are regularly repeated in the same order. Here's the definition of psychopath. A person suffering from chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behavior.
Okay, a psychopath. A person suffering from chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behavior. An unstable and aggressive person. Okay, so you're some cute, unstable. Let me enlarge this. Okay, so those are the people, okay, beloved. Those are the people that go to the church, okay, cute and psycho. When you wear a shirt like this and you got this African pendant, like, and make our brethren look bad, and you so ignorant, you wear this shirt saying cute and psycho, you're so cute and you're violent, and any little thing you're ready to fight, you're ready to throw down and all that. And those are the people, beloved. All praises to the Most High, okay? And then they always come over there and say, oh my God, I'm in shock. What's going on here?
San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested him.
that's pretty terrible. I feel awful for the family that's going through that.
Kiana Lucas says she always tells her children to speak up immediately if an adult makes them feel uncomfortable.
We always make sure that they're
This is one of the biggest lies they can tell kids. Kids don't know when they are uncomfortable and comfortable. They are children. They cannot really make the difference. And like when people say they make them feel uncomfortable, they are kids. Kids like toys. They like candies. They like stuff. If this pastor, he didn't get this little girl in there like this, he was giving her stuff, make her feel comfortable. That's what pedophile does. They make the child feel comfortable, trusting them. And then they start playing games with them. They start playing little touching games. Like I'm punching you here. You can't punch me there. I'm punching you here. And then I'm just pinching you here. They are doing that's what pedophile does. Did you know Amazon had a book on pedophilia that came out in 2008, and then it sold out. It came the same day, sold out. Let me see if I can find that story that was happening in 2008. Amazon pedophile book sold out in 2008. Okay, that was in 2010? Is that what that was? Yeah. The electronic book, The Pedophile Guide to Love and Pleasure a Child. Yeah, it happened in 2010. I was in college. Where was I? Don't remember. But yeah, let's watch this. Let's see if we can watch that. Hopefully we don't find any let me make sure there's no commercial. I'm not quite sure, but this thing doesn't want to play. But Amazon removes pedophilia book from stores November 11, 20. After defending sale of self-publishing book on pedophilia online, retail giant Amazon. The electronic books, The Pedophile Guides to Love and Pleasure, a Child's Lover Code of Conduct by Philip R. Grievers 2, went on sale on October 28 and cost $4.79 to download. Okay, this is my attempt to make pedophile situation safer for those juveniles. So this book, let me see if I can find a YouTube video of this. It should, but because this one doesn't want to play, okay, it doesn't. I click it, it doesn't want to play. Because this video is more, it happened 11 years ago, a long time ago. So let me see if I can get a YouTube video. Is that what that is? Yes. Yes.
It is 6:41, and right now a story sure to make you shake your head. Amazon's been selling an electronic book titled The Pedophile's Guide to Love and Pleasure, a Child Lover's Code of Conduct. A Colorado man wrote the book. He put it up for sale on Amazon.com, sparking outrage. Hundreds of people chimed in on this one, threatening to boycott Amazon until it removed the book. Well, the author says he wanted to establish rules for pedophiles so they don't hurt children, because he thinks pedophilia isn't necessarily wrong.
Okay, so that's how they think. To them, this thing is not wrong. And this book sold out, brothers. It did sold out.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think that it's always bad for the child. Okay, but I do.
This is how sick those people are. Okay, and then people are saying, "Oh, well, you know, I always tell my children to feel when they don't feel uncomfortable." They are kids. They don't know when they are comfortable. They're comfortable. A guy like this, they are expert. And his book, he put a bunch of stuff in there, how to mostly little boys, but how to attract them, how to be a father figure to them, and then give them things and stuff and things like that. Okay.
I do think it's always confining for the adult. If it was just something that the child didn't have any problems with, maybe a fine of some kind.
Okay, so.
But if it was actual physical harm or mental trauma, a few years in jail perhaps.
Okay, so what technically he told you that as long as you don't hurt the child, as long as you don't beat him or beat her and stuff, but if you can make it like smooth and stuff, make the child agree. You know how many children, kids that will want to do stuff for toys, and then they just don't know what it is. You just told them to do this for these toys, do this for this phone, they will just do it. That's what this dude put in his book, okay?
All right, we did a background check on that man, on the author. He has not been charged with any sexual crimes. He also said he was not molested as a child and that he's never touched a child as an adult. And as we showed you last hour, Amazon's webpage for this book, it's not working this morning. So at least for now, it appears they have pulled the book for sale. Dear, we're going to keep an eye on this one. Amazon had first said that it would be censorship to pull this book, and then we checked this morning and the book's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing, it was a big deal. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure if one of you remember that. So those guys, they know what to. They are professional, okay? They are professional, okay? Those guys don't go out there and do things randomly, and then they know the some of them are psychiatrists. They know how little children work. They know what make kids happy. That it is up to you not to bring your child, and then trust your child with the pastors or with some dude like you just met and things like that. That's what that is.
They're able to talk to us about that type of stuff.
The walls will come
down. It appears Shiloh Tabernacle is still holding prayer services without Hillary.
We
reached out to them for a comment, but have not heard back.
I'm sorry for him if it's not true, but it's still, I think it needs to be looked into. no matter what. Because if it is, what if there are more victims?
Okay, so that's what those dudes do. That's what happened. And they are pedophile. They do this, and the church member knows. I believe there was a black church, a black pastor that raped a child to the point that he killed a child, and the mother stand in the court, and she say, "Convicted, Mr. This and that, my pastor will not bring my child back, and we should just forgive him and give him to Jesus." And the whole court just stand there and they applause. This is the kind of sickness this is what Christianity did to our people, okay? And I won't be surprised this child was a black child, 9 years old, she's 14 now. All praises to the Most High.
Many people witnessed. First, 3 people are dead, including a suspect following a shooting in Northwest Harris County.
This happened at the Matthias Almeida Soccer Club Training Center, located on Clow Road and Stubner Airline. KPRC 2's Rochelle Turner has been following the story. She's got more now on the investigation. Rochelle?
Sion, Jonathan, deputies cleared the scene about an hour ago, but talk about scary moments for about 100 people who were just enjoying their Sunday morning at this soccer tournament. Now, deputies say that a man confronted 2 people and shot them. Many people witnessed the tragic unfold. Now, I do want to toss us a video. A viewer who was at this soccer tournament shared this video with KPRC.
So what you're seeing, beloved, is like every single time those people are trying to enjoy a little time together, a little blessing and stuff and things like that. They can't enjoy it because the Most High made it so that every single thing that they are doing, some demons always come over there and then spoil the fun. This is a soccer game and stuff like that, and some dude came in and started shooting, and then people are running. Okay.
You can see players on the field scrambling for cover. When deputies arrived, they found a 35-year-old man dead and a 28-year-old pregnant woman who had also been shot. She was taken to the hospital, but she and her baby did not make it.
Okay, so that's a very unfortunate things right there. So again, we told you the Most High has made it to a point that anywhere you go now, brothers, it's just crazy. Let's see if we can read the comment. Sounds like she may have been in an abusive relationship, left here. Some people will just not let go of something they lost. I could have been off, but seems the pregnant woman may have been carrying the suspect child's crime here in Houston. Yes. This is what I'm looking for. Excuse me. Crime here in Houston is getting way out of control. Yeah, the sword is cleaving in the midst of them, okay? This country and world are literally insane. Every single day something horrific happens on real times. Yes, that's what that is. Houston getting rough. September is almost here. Concealed carry help for everyone. Oh, there'll be a hell of a lot more murder. That's why the Most High did this. A lot more people going to shoot each other. Now they can just go ahead and buy a gun in September. A lot more. Okay? These countries and world are literally insane. Every single day something horrific happen. Okay? And people are seeing this. Okay? Yes, because the world was so much more peaceful than other time. It was. No, because the Bible, Word of God, was put out of school. Abortion and all that garbage. Yeah, they are seeing this, beloved. Okay?
Family members identified the gunman as the victim's ex-husband or boyfriend, and about 2 hours into the investigation, deputies found the suspect who took his own life in the 700 block of Bayou Forest. We spoke to.
Okay, this dude take his life in the 700 block, and beloved. You see this so many times. It's like every single week we do a video, you always see some dude there's always a murder suicide here, okay? So, and these things are happening because, again, the Heavenly Father is doing this on the behalf of the nation. Okay, this dude, he killed this woman, and he killed another dude, I believe, then he shot himself.
The soccer player who witnessed what happened.
I was on the bench. I was watching the game until I heard the first gunshot.
All praises to the Most High. This dude name is Angel Guerrero. All praises, man. Let's see what the word, I'm not quite sure if I'm getting this right. Guerrero. What does Guerrero mean?
According to Ancestry, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian, nickname for an aggressive person or for a soldier, from an ancient derivative of guerra, war.
Warrior. War. The name Guerrero means warrior. An angel of war. Okay? Guerrero, Spanish pronunciation, Guerrero, is surname of Spanish origin meaning warrior. All praises. This dude name is Angel Warrior, Angel of War. You can't make this. Beloved, you can't make this up. How are you making this up, brothers? How? How can you? This is Michael right there, the Archangel Michael. He did this. How could this is amazing. The dude name is Angel Guerrero, Angel of War, the aggressive angel, the death angel, the angel of Beloved, we are serving a great God. We are serving a great God, beloved. This is the angel of death. This dude name is literally Angel of Death. Angel, Guerrero, Warrior, War, Death. The angel of death just come back and report unto us, beloved. This is what they did. All praises to the Most High, man. You can't make that up, man. Beautiful. Man. Let's watch this again.
I was on the bench. I was watching the game until I heard
Angel,
the first gunshot. I looked around, see what was happening. I thought it was like a car crashing or like a wheel exploding or something like that. And that's when I saw the guy pick up the gun and start shooting again, both the woman and the man.
So it's just a very tragic situation, and at this hour, deputies have not said how far along that woman was or released any of the victims or the suspect's name. This is a story we will continue to follow throughout today.
Okay, let me see if they have an update on it. Let me see if they have any updates. This is too beautiful, man. It's just wow. Okay, when did this happen? Okay. But I'm just... Oh, okay, that's 2 days. That happened yesterday, right? Okay, so if it happened yesterday, 2 days, 1 day. Men arrested after holding girlfriend. 2 pets hold a heat. 2 men injured in incident in Houston. Gunman follow from bar. Okay, so men, pregnant women dead following shooting. Community health 77. Okay, they got a update. Let's see the update here.
Sir, developing tonight, families are left grieving after a pregnant woman was shot and killed along with a man. It happened during a time when parents were cheering on their children at a soccer match. Authorities say the suspected gunman taking his own life. KPRC 2's Rochelle Turner joins us live from Northwest Harris County with what witnesses are saying about that shooting. Rochelle, good evening.
Jonathan Sion, good evening.
Yeah, usually they will run the same garbage and then put a little salt in there, just a little, they will bring you the same, crap and then like, hey, give you a little stuff in there. But let us watch. We don't know yet.
Many people were terrified when this tragic event unfolded. We spoke to several soccer players who ran for their life when those shots rang out. This is video from a KPRC2 viewer of a soccer game at the Matias Almeida Training Center in Northwest Harris County. A few moments later, you can see players running off the field, some jumping over a fence trying to take cover. Angel Guerrero was sitting on the bench when things turned chaotic.
I was on the bench. I was watching the game until I heard the first gunshot. I looked around, see what was happening. I thought it was like a car crashing or like a wheel exploding or something like that. And that's when I saw the guy pick up the gun and start shooting again, both the woman and the man.
When deputies arrived, they found a man and a pregnant woman who had been shot. The man died on scene and the woman was taken to the hospital. She and her unborn baby did not make it.
Deputies interviewed family members. We identified the suspect as a ex-husband or boyfriend of the female victim.
During the investigation, deputies say the suspect took his own life at a home on Bayou Forest Drive. Eduardo Orderno is also a soccer player and a close friend to the victim's child.
He's a good teammate, really humble, he's good, chill.
It's a tragedy that's left many shaken up.
It's just a surprise. Things happen like this. You don't really expect it on a soccer game.
Of course you won't. Again, it's the same garbage, and then they put a little stuff in there. Then the news, they're really good at doing recycling the same bull and then saying they're hiding information here. Yeah, you know, some ex-husband killed the current boyfriend and killed the wife and the child. All praises to the Most High, and then killed himself. And then this dude, he brought us the message, said the angel of death did this. The warrior angel. You know, all praises, man. This is crazy, man. But that's what that is. We give the Most High praises and glory. Beloved, give the Most High praises and glory, man. This is beautiful. All right.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office has not released the name of the suspect or the victims. Reporting live in Northwest Harris County, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the same thing they have, and then once they wait for any update, they don't give them update. They just recycle the same garbage and feed it to you. All praises again, beloved. Forgive me. It's 2:24 a.m. All right, it's this is plague number 9. Okay, execution by the sword. Okay, the angels are coming back and reporting. They literally tell you the angels are coming back and reporting. All praises to the Most High, man. Yes. Okay, so this is in Croatia. Okay, Croatia, 10 killed. Excuse me, 44 angels as bus swerves off-road in Slavonski Broad. 10, step number 10, 44, 4 plus 4 equals 8, the new beginning. We are on step 10, that's going to take us back to step 1, Atlantis, the new beginning. Okay, so look at this. All right, 10 people died, beloved. Okay, a bus just flipped. The Most High switched the ley line. You know, you can see all over the world, beloved. This thing, the ley lines are going all over. Okay. Okay, accident used to happen all the time, but it's now fatal. Okay, all praises.
Closer look at the aftermath from the storms and those microbursts that Ted was just talking about.
And a good Friday evening to you. Thank you for joining us on 8 News Now at 6. I'm Brian Loftus.
And I'm Denise Valdez. The weather yesterday is still the talk of the town.
Yeah, Madison Kimbrough joining us live at the Henderson Sports Complex. They really had a whole lot of damage right there, Madison.
Oh, yes, the damage is quite extensive here. Let me show you. Take a look. As you can see, the netting is ripped in half. The fencing is down. There are also down trees. Even the scoreboard took a tumble. And tonight, Henderson residents recall what they saw.
I had to sit in the parking lot for half an hour. Couldn't move, you know, and the car just shook. So it was bad.
Okay, so... Wow, this is in Las Vegas, man. Okay, this thing was pretty bad. Okay, it's frightening them, brethren, you know, when they see weather like this.
Henderson residents recall how strong the weather was Thursday, knocking down power poles, ripping through fences, and flooding several areas across the valley. Chris Fusil was at work when the weather came down hard, and he captured it all on camera.
Those monsoons come on like nothing, and we stepped outside and it was just raining sideways and there was just water everywhere. I mean, I've been here 10 years, and I've seen the monsoons here every summer, but this was unlike any other one I've seen. I mean, it was
So everything are becoming much more violent, much more aggressive, and much more deadlier, more damages.
blowing doors open.
Over at the Henderson Sports Complex, park officials couldn't believe the damage left behind.
Exactly.
Basically have widespread damage throughout all the parks, not only structural damage to our scoreboard, to our fences, to our netting, to our bleachers, but we have damage to trees that have been here almost 30 years.
Okay, so that's what happened. The Most High make it, beloved brothers, that they cannot enjoy the dainties of life, the pleasure, the entertainment, where they used to come in leisure and relax and chill and pray and enjoy. The Most High is destroying them. All praises.
City of Henderson crews are now cleaning up the trees and making sites safe again. Residents say Thursday's weather was definitely an experience to remember. With the water so powerful, it easily could have swept them away.
But that water is so powerful. I mean, if I were to have gotten my foot in there or something, that would have swept me off my feet like nothing.
Okay, all right. Well, that's the wrong type of terminology, but anyway, that's good. All right.
Now, other than the damage we showed you, the metal bleachers here at this sports complex folded in half, and these are metal bleachers we're talking about.
Exactly.
So the weather yesterday was definitely extensive, and we're still hearing rumbles right up here as you just saw. Reporting live, Madison Kimbrough, 8 News Now.
Okay, so every time I see the name Madison, remind me of a friend of mine. Her name was Madison, and Madison was the original name of this Madison the mermaid. Okay.
Splash is a 1984 movie directed by Ron Howard, starring Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks, and John Candy.
Okay, Madison is a name of a man. Okay, I think it was a President Madison. In the movie, which when I watched this movie, I was a kid. This is one of my favorite movie. And in the movie, and when they ask her, "What's your name?" and she looked to a street sign, and she saw the name Madison. The street name was called Madison, and she said Madison. And ever since, the name stuck, and they call her Madison. This is one of my favorite movie of all time. The name is Splash. And you know, as a kid, I thought it was real. I thought like the whole movie was real. Okay, but it was the first mermaid movie that I watched, and then I thought it was real with Tom Hanks, and I forgot her name again. Let me see who. Daryl Hannah. Okay, well, it was a great movie, man. Let me see if they have it. You know, when things like that, pop up in my mind. What is this? No, I didn't look for Tokyo Olympic. What the hell is going on here? Let me see. Splash the movie. Okay.
Splash is a 1984 movie directed by Ron Howard, starring Daryl Hannah, Tom Hanks, and John Candy.
Okay, they never made another one. Okay, so that's always remind me of. Oh, really? Splash is on Prime, Amazon Prime. Is it? Oh, it is on Amazon Prime. Well, if you got Amazon, you can watch Splash. It's a great movie, and then he talk about Atlantis. She came from Atlantis. And at the end of the movie, I was going to spoil it for you, but you know, it's a great movie, Splash. You know, so it's a movie about like, you know, people underwater. You know, as a kid, you know, I thought this whole thing was real. You know, and then it turned out to be it wasn't. That's one of my favorite mermaid movie as a kid because I was mesmerized by quote unquote mermaids and stuff. And the other mermaid movie that I that I watched, it's called Miranda, right? Let me see. Miranda the Mermaid. Yeah, so that was in 1957. Is that what that is? 1948. Wow, I thought that was 1957. So all those things, they put truth in there. They put truth. Like, okay, it was a popular movie and back in 1948. So doing my researches, and I find out a bunch of things about them and how back then they used to do all those FX and stuff. Beautiful movie. The whole thing you know, back then, and she was in a wheelchair. Crazy things. But anyway, this is me just talking hish. So let us go to back to the thing, because her name is Madison Kimbrough. So Madison is was Madison a president? Let me see. Was he a president? Because I saw the shit. President Madison.
According to
Yeah,
Wikipedia, James Madison Jr. was an American statesman.
Was it? Let me see. James Madison was an American statesman diplomat, but was it the president? Vice president? No, I don't think he became president. What, he was a president. Who was James Madison?
According to the White House, James Madison, America's fourth president, made a major contribution to the ratification of the Constitution by writing the Federalist Papers, along with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay.
The father of the Constitution. Okay, James Madison. All right. I forgot all about those guys. I didn't learn that much in school. So, you know, with the name Madison, the name of a man, but, you know, Madison is like a cute name for mermaids. You know, back in the 80s, late 90s, a bunch of white girls used to name Madison. And I had a friend, and her name was Madison. And, you know, when I asked her, why your name is Madison? And her mother was a big fan of that movie. All praises to the Most High. All right, let us move on. Yeah. So this is China. 330,000 people were evacuated. Strong typhoon hit Shanghai. Okay, when they say typhoon, beloved, okay, all right. What is a typhoon?
According to Wikipedia, a typhoon is a mature tropical cyclone that develops between 180 degrees and 100 degrees east in the northern hemisphere.
Okay, well, what is a difference between typhoon and hurricane? It's just the location. Okay, the only difference between a hurricane and a typhoon is the location where the storm occur. Because it happened in China, they call it a typhoon, but this is a freaking hurricane that happened broad daylight. Oh, this thing happened broad daylight in the middle of the day without no warning. It just happened, a freaking hurricane. Okay, look at the damage, beloved. Look at this. Yeah, only our God can do this, man. Yeah, you people don't have the technology to... Whoa, look at this. Okay, you people do not have the technology to do this. How long we are into this thing? Okay. Okay, this is a typhoon, a hurricane. Oh, there's song in there. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, this thing is in the middle of causing all this destruction. Look at this. Okay, destruction. All praises to the Most High. You will have no peace. And then again,
developing now.
This is plague number 10. Okay, thunder voices, the weather, the flood, and destroying earthquake. All right.
Fighting off flames. Video from Miami shows smoke that rose from a fire this morning. Just take a look at that. Crews say the fire broke out at an abandoned home. It sparked sometime after 8 this morning along Southwest 10th Street and 13th Court. And smoke could be seen for miles. We're told more than 55 firefighters were on the scene trying to control the flames from spreading to nearby homes.
We did evacuate a two-story apartment building as well as a home for the safety of the residents.
And more video shows just how intense those flames were. Crews believe no one was inside at the time. We're told that prior to the fire, the building had been deemed an unsafe structure by the city. There were no injuries to report and still no word on what caused this fire.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. Okay. So, yeah, we see a lot more fires are happening, especially in Miami. All praises. Okay, 2/3 shooting at each other. Okay, the Bronx shooting, 2/3, and then he went inside and then go get some food. Freaking 2/3, man. They just shot somebody and then he went inside.
New this morning, there was yet another.
Anyway, man, all praises, man.
New this morning, there was yet another large sideshow on the streets of Oakland. Late last night, police say a huge crowd gathered at the intersection of Foothill Boulevard and 47th Avenue to watch a series of dangerous driving stunts. Video you're seeing here is from the Citizens app. So far, no word of any arrest. Oakland PD has recently resumed their citywide crackdowns on.
So you see those guys, they really don't care. You know, all they want to do is party and then drifting, donuts, and all that nonsense. Okay, let the play cleaving, baby. Let it cleave. Now.
It's an enchanting private performance at Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut.
So we've been for the past, well, ever since the Most High started this channel, we've been seeing the beluga whales. We've been seeing whales. They respond to sound. Okay, they respond to music. Beluga whale, they have an excellent sonar reception in their forehead. Okay, they like music. One of the reasons why I bring this is the Most High, excuse me, the Most High can use sound to give orders to his animals, to his pets. And we don't know what kind of sound that will wake up, quote unquote, the Leviathan. We don't know if it's that giant trumpet. We don't know if it's already wake up. We don't know, but we know those giant animals, they like music, they like sounds, okay? They understand that. They understand the note that this man is playing, okay? They can feel the vibration of the brother.
Beluga whales Kayla and Juno are mesmerized as they are serenaded by a violinist.
Okay, so they can hear it through the glass. So therefore, if we find, well, most will find a book that will show us, you know, how to communicate with animal by using sounds. Okay, by using certain sounds. A dog, they understand that. Okay, a beluga whale or some type of whale, I'm not quite sure if the Most High will give us a certain instrument we can blow in it, like, you know, like a conch. Is that what that is? Blowing a conch? Conch blowing. Oh, conch blowing. You know, blowing a conch. You know, my grandma say if you blow on there are certain conch you blow, you can call mermaids, and they will appear and say what's going on. You know, let me see if I can find a video of conch blowing. Let me see. Conch blowing. Oh, not conch blowing. Conch. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm not quite sure which video I'll take. I'll take this one.
I began blowing a conch shell probably as soon as I began being able to walk. My father taught me how to play, taught my other brothers how to play the shell as well. And the traditions of blowing a conch shell in the Keys and in Key West.
Okay, so this has music in it. Let me see this dude 12 years ago.
Question we're asked an awful lot is ceremony. The answer is we blow the shell before any sacred event in our islands as a means to...
In your islands. Get out of here.
So I'm going to give it all I've got on the third one. Big and not so big. So here we go. With no further ado, the Hawaiian conch.
Did you know the slave used to blow the conch to communicate with other slave, aka Makandal Negmaon? Oh, great.
American Doll Lake Mall around Miami. Here you go.
No. Makandal.
Here it is. Mahidal University, Mawathiale Needle.
Okay, so this is Makandala. He was like this was a true man. Those were warriors, or he would blow the conch. This is a powerful weapon. Our people use this to summon the heavenly angels. Okay, all right. Makandal, he blew this, and then there was a huge cloud that came from the sky and descended upon them, and then they fought. Okay, aka Negmaon. Okay, Makandal, the first imam. Those people. Okay, blowing the conch. All right, Makandal, conch. Yeah. So there you go. This is a really like a very important symbol in the Haitian fight. Okay, all right. That's Makandal for you. I think they stole the real statue. The real statue was made of gold covered in bronze. They stole it. When the American came in and invaded, they stole Makandal. Let's see when they did this. Forgive me, beloved brothers. Sometimes I see things and then Mosa is beaming thing into my head. American occupation in 1945. No, wait, no. That's not what I mean. No, it's not Japan. It's not Japan. Haitian American occupation.
According to Milestones, 1914 to 1920 Office of the Historian.
Yes.
Following the assassination of the Haitian president in July of 1915,
Yes.
President Woodrow Wilson sent the United States Marines into Haiti to restore order and maintain political and economic stability in the Caribbean.
That's what they're
This
gonna do
occupation
again.
continued until 1934.
And then after 1934, when they went into the temple of the Atlantean temple, they stole EC equals C square or whatever. And then they came back with that power. And then the cavemen came back with a freaking sword. And then they had the most powerful things. We warned them. We say, do not use this thing. They did. And then, boom. And they came out, and then they trained. And in 1944, they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima. They stole it from the island. Okay, there you go. You got Makandal here. They stole it. They stole Makandal. It was all in gold, covered with bronze, covered with black, and then they stole it. They put a fake one there. So anyway, all praises to the Most High. I don't even remember why. Oh, the whole thing, how we got there. So anyway, so if you can find more information, let us know. All praises. Okay,
this
so
is my shopping centre again.
this is in London, I believe.
There's the other entrance, and as you can see again,
this is in London.
Completely and utterly flooded as well.
Okay, the whole place is flooded in London. All right, London.
KTVU's James Torres live near that shooting scene in Concord with what we know so far. James, good morning.
Frank, CHP officers saying it all started around this area behind me here along Highway 4 westbound. A car with a gunman shot into another car, causing that car to crash into a guardrail. Let's show you some video from the scene from earlier this morning. The car crashing near Port Chicago Highway. When officers responded, they found two people shot inside the car, one person dead. CHP says the suspect car took off, and this is not the first time CHP is left with a shooting investigation on this stretch of the freeway. They've had at least 4 others dating back to late April, on April 20.
So, again, what they are seeing now, beloved, recent Highway 4 shootings are an alarming trend. They are seeing a bunch of shooting going on the ley line, so they are become alarmed.
A shooting near I-680 hurt a mother driving her 11-year-old daughter. Just 3 days later, near Railroad Avenue, CHP says a shooting hurt a driver in his 20s. A few days after that, on May 1st, near Bailey Road, another driver shot, and nearly a week later, again near Railroad Avenue, a driver and passenger both shot. CHP officers say they were expected to be okay. CHP had Highway 4 closed for hours this morning. It's now back open in both directions, and they say if you have any information that can help them lead to an arrest, be sure to give them a call.
They are seeing this, beloved, okay? Okay. Okay, so it's pretty much politics going on over there. All praises.
To gain ground on the blaze.
Thousands of people in the western United States are spending the weekend in evacuation centres as wildfires continue to burn across the region. More than 80 large fires in 13 states have destroyed around 1.3 million acres in recent weeks. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes has this report.
The Dixie wildfire, California's biggest blaze to the north of the state, is growing rapidly. Firefighters are battling day and night to try to bring it under control, but it's spreading with such ferocity that it's making its own weather, creating huge clouds that are generating lightning strikes across the region. About a fifth of the fire's perimeter has been contained, but officials say the extreme...
Okay, this is beautiful. We were just talking about, you know, Macandal, and this thing looked like it's just like Macandal doing that, blowing that conch. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I've seen it myself, but let me look again. Okay. So, okay, it looks like, you know, it's look like something like this. You know, this is the throat, this is the face, and this is the hand, and it's like this is the back leg and the front leg, just like that. You know, let me take a better picture. I think they have Macandal. They have Macandal in one of the video game. Macandal conch. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't know what the big maybe the Mosai is making a call for war. Maybe that's why we are seeing this. Okay, it's blowing something. Boom. You see how the leg, this like kind of like the back leg, the front knee. Okay, the back leg and the front knee and the front knee right here, kneeling. And then this is the hand, and put the conch or conch in his mouth and blow it, calling the heavenly angels, and they drop like the Spartan, beam, and then they start killing people. Okay, this is Macandal, man. You know, Negmao. I'm not quite sure what the Mosai is sending here, but all praises to the Mosai, man. All praises. All right, let us keep on going.
The nature of the fire, along with low humidity, is hampering efforts to quell the flames. People have been evacuated from their homes in several nearby counties. Smoke from the fire is traveling far and wide and is even reaching the neighboring state of Oregon, where it's helping firefighters put out the country's largest blaze, known as the Bootleg Fire, south of Portland. A layer of smoke is blocking sunlight and creating cooler conditions, making it easier for firefighters to gain ground on the blaze. But the phenomenon, known as smoke shading, is unpredictable, and there are fears that high temperatures and wind gusts later in the weekend could fan the flames further.
So Silver Lake, it's pretty much the same garbage, man. Those people are recycling garbage. All praises.
Fire is burning in a remote area, making the ground fight very difficult. Firefighters are using controlled burns around Lake Almanor to help prevent the fire from spreading. And parts of Butte Meadows are currently deserted after the Dixie Fire prompted evacuations for a town of under 100 people. The mandatory evacuations were issued Friday, but many people say they are staying behind for a number of reasons, including protecting family homes, helping others if the flames should grow in town, or because they say they're not concerned at all.
This isn't the first time you've gotten evacuation orders up here, right?
So what's happening here, those people, the most I torment them too much. They're like, you know, I'm tired of this. I'm going to stay. Whatever happened, happened.
No. Have you ever evacuated before?
Nope.
Even the campfire, you stayed back?
Yeah, I stayed here and worked. Everybody coming over from Paradise. I'm old enough. I don't care. I'm okay.
There you go. She like, yeah, I enjoy the blessing, man. I don't care. If I'm gone, I'm gone. So be it.
God loves me, and I'm ready. If it comes down to that.
There you go. There we go. There you go. All praises to the Most High, man. Okay, all right. This Gentile, she accept her fate. Hey, if it comes to that, may white Jesus take me there. I'm done. There's no running for me, okay? All right, so the Most High put the fear on them to run, and she just like, hey man, I know what I did. If it comes to this, you know, and it's just ironic she wore that shirt saying Vietnam Veterans of America, you know, and they had the eagle in there. Like, you lost this war, and you lost Afghanistan. You lost pretty much all the war. How the hell you going to fight the Heavenly Father and you win? How? You can't.
I'm okay. God loves me and I'm ready. If it comes down to that, take me.
There you go.
All of them living there say their cars are packed.
Be careful what you say, little lady. Careful.
And ready to go in case the threat grows closer to home. Fire crews are also battling flames from the Fly fire that is burning east of the Dixie fire. It started Thursday afternoon, and crews say that growth was in the northeastern portion of the fire. Officials are focusing on the southern area of this fire to keep it away from the town of Quincy. Flames have burned 4,300 acres and is currently 5% contained. The Dixie and Fly fires are forcing a lot of evacuations, and those orders cover Plumas, Butte, and Tehama counties.
You know, did you say Plumas? Butte Plumas? Oh, wait a minute. Plumas? Butte Plumas. All right, let's see what plumas mean. This is odd. What does plumas mean in English?
Plumas is Spanish for pens.
Okay, pens. Feather. Plume. There you go. There you go. Plumas, feather. All praises. You can't make this up, beloved. Brethren, how are you making this up?
Plumas. Feather.
Plume. Always the name of the town is Butte, Plumas, Tehama counties. Okay? North side of Chandler Road from Oakland, Camp Road to Highway 70, the 70 Shepherd, the 70 Elders, the 70 Weeks of Daniel, Plumas. Beloved, it's amazing, man. Out of all the names, we got the plume, the feather, which I have a massive amount of people of the nation receiving the plumes. All praises to the Most High, you know. Plumas. You can't make this up. How? Okay, is that thing even recording right now? Yes, it is. All praises, man. Let's keep on going.
The latest is on the north side of the Chandler Road from Oakland Camp Road to Highway 70 East. People who need help leaving can call the number on your screen. Multiple roads are also closed in the area where the fires are burning. Visit our Keys 23 website for the very latest on where those evacuations are in effect. We're always updating that site when those orders come in. And check out this time-lapse video of how fast flames are burning in Plumas County. Yeah. The video Saturday shows
Plumas County, all praises.
The flames quickly approaching the camera on the east side of Highway 89. Just hours later, this is what remained in the area, and you can see the aftermath of those burned trees. A few spot fires were still active as of yesterday. And to Alpine County, where the Tamarack fire continues to burn in the Markleyville area.
All praises to the Most High, man. Wow, all praises. Okay, this is in Belgium. All right, this is in Belgium, beloved brothers and sisters. Okay, torrent of flood water. Okay, in less than 20 minutes, the water rushed down from here above, and it gradually grew larger. It became a torrent. Less than 20 minutes.
Et puis ça a grossi progressivement, c'est devenu un torrent, et ce torrent a embarqué toutes les voitures.
And then you take all the cars.
S'entasser là-bas dans le fond.
Yeah.
Et donc c'est rentré dans les garages. Voilà, donc tout est à refaire.
L'eau est arrivée tellement vite, ma voiture a été
The water came in so fast that my car moved a bit. I took back road, drove fast enough to try to get home.
un peu déplacée, j'ai pris là une route à sens.
Okay, and then her name is Muriel, okay, with the M. You know, you got the Archangel Uriel, you know, so yeah, whatever. All praises to the Most High, man.
J'ai roulé assez rapidement pour essayer de rentrer chez moi. et toutes les routes étaient condamnées. Il y avait des torrents partout. J'ai laissé ma voiture à Dinan. Je suis rentrée à pied à 22h30.
Yeah, she get home by walking. Everything was black. She just walk in the mud, knee deep to get home.
J'avais de la boue jusqu'aux genoux.
L'eau s'est engouffrée aussi bien de mon salon ici à la cave et des deux trous que j'ai sur la ruelle d'à côté et la rue de l'autre. Tout s'est engouffré partout et tout a été emporté.
Yeah, she said the water took everything. It took all my stuff. Okay. Look at this. See, look at the town, brethren. Look at this. You can't make this up, man. All right, the Father is destroying those people. All praises to the Most High, man. Yep, the Most High is grand, man. Destroy the whole place, man. See? Got those people. This is your technology. You don't have that huge technology you're claiming you have it. This is your technology. Rubber boots and shovel. That's it. That's it. There you go. There you go. Yes. That's your technology. Okay? Cloth, glove, and your knees. All praises to the Most High. Where's my whistle here? Yep, you don't have any technology that you claiming you have high tech. You can't fight the Most High. There you go. There you go. There you go. Plastic bucket. That's your technology. Yep. There you go. All praises to the Most High, man. He did this. We give him praises and glory.
Music festival in Miami Gardens, which we know is a huge deal here in South Florida.
At that scene now with the latest. Alex, what are you seeing?
So Christy and Calvin, we are kept at a distance here. We're right off of 199th Street, just behind me, Hard Rock Stadium. And what I can tell you, and you just said there, what we're hearing, a giant video wall has collapsed here at the stadium. This is ahead of this weekend's Rolling Loud Music Festival in Miami Gardens, which we know is a huge deal here in South Florida. If we're not already there, though, I want to take you to some Sky 10 video. You can see that video wall looks to have collapsed on what looks to be a staged area there. We're still waiting to confirm some information, or to get more information, rather, about this. But during our drive-in, what I can say is we didn't see any emergency personnel in or around this area.
So we did this before. Another stuff. Sorry. Anyway, we did this before, brothers. Another thing collapses in Miami, man. It's just like those people they are now seeing like, wait a minute, something is wrong here, man. Hey, but hey, all praises to the Most High, man.
Oh, look at this. This is mad. This is crazy.
This is London, all right. That's the flooding that's going on in London. Okay, they see that. Okay, brethren. All right, all praises.
Crews rushing to an area of a shooting on Highway 4, and tonight a stretch of the freeway remains closed. Good evening. I'm Andre Sr. Christina is off, and we begin with that breaking news happening along Highway 4 in Concord. We're told multiple people have been shot near the Port Chicago exit.
Okay, I think we watched that in the previous one where they killed 2 people. So we give the Most High praises and glory.
Victims were discovered in several different locations. KRON 4's Camila Barco joining us live now this morning with the very latest. Camila, what have you learned?
Well, Noel, we know that officers had a very busy night, and as you said, they responded to 4 different locations as a result of this shooting. With me, I have Lieutenant Dan Fink with the San Rafael Police Department. He is here to break it all down for us. You guys responded to Luton's Place when you guys were responding to shots fired?
That is correct. About 10:42 last night, we got multiple 911 calls of shots fired in the area of 3rd and Luton's in downtown San Rafael. Officers flooded the area because of those calls. While they were responding to this area, we had a black Dodge Charger that fled at a high rate of speed from this area, assuming it was involved. Our officers took chase of that vehicle. It was eventually stopped, and we did locate actual victims from the shooting in that car. 2 victims in that car, one with life-threatening injuries and one with non-life-threatening injuries.
And then you guys also responded to another site. Can you tell us about that?
That's correct. So while we were dealing with that call, we were also down here as well for the shooting. We located a 62-year-old man who was also shot with non-life-threatening injuries as well. And at that same time, we got a call from the San Anselmo area that law enforcement officers were out with a collision, and that collision had a car that had one person with life-threatening injuries and another person with non-life-threatening injuries as well.
So there are so many shootings that happened. This one happened in nowhere than San Rafael. You can't make that up. 2 dead, 4 injured in downtown San Rafael shooting. So let us see what San Rafael means. Define San Rafael.
According to Wikipedia, San Rafael is a city in the county seat of Marin County, California, United States.
Okay, so...
The city is located in the North Bay region of the San Francisco Bay Area.
All right, well, San Rafael is Spanish for Saint Raphael. Okay? What does San Rafael mean?
According to Wikipedia, San Rafael is a city in the county seat of Marin.
No, that's not. Well, Spanish, let me see. Okay. Translate Spanish to English. Okay. San Rafael.
San up.
San Rafael.
San Rafael.
San Rafael, well, let me see. Really? Oh man, come on. Let me type it in English. There we go. That's better.
Saint Raphael.
San Rafael.
Okay.
Saint Raphael.
San Rafael.
So, all right, transfer from Maori. Is that what that is? No, that's not what I meant. Whatever. Anyway, so this happened in San Rafael. Anywhere, anywhere, we showed you the angels are coming back and reporting unto us. And if you if you enlarge this, tell me what number that you see here. Okay, and behind this dude, he can't watch. You see, the 13 tribes is in front of him, but there's Dinah is in front of him, but the 12 brothers is right behind him. You can see this. All praises to the Most High, man. You can't make this up. Clearance 12. You can't make that up, And then we give praises and glory, man, because you just can't make this up, man. Saint Raphael. All praises to the Most High. Okay, this is the meteor, okay? That was in Norway. You can see all the meteors and stuff like that, Those are horrible signs. The judgment is coming to Norway, okay? And let me see. Meteor light up the sky in China. No. Excuse me. Meteor light up the sky in China. Okay, that happened 6 months ago. Was it 7 months ago? Okay, this happened 7 months ago, beloved. Okay, that was a giant meteor. Okay, that which China, it was like it seems like it was day.
这不是彗星，哇，这不是彗星，这什么呀？
So that's a horrible omen. So look what happened in China now. It happened in December. Okay, now look what's happening in China now. Norway, you're in for something.
Around and lives in the area.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
Police are searching for a group of people wanted for beating up a woman in Harlem and stealing her walker.
But as CBS News' John Diaz reports, at least one family member of the alleged suspects is telling a different story.
It's violence that's shocking New York City. The moments a 61-year-old woman got attacked by a group of younger people police believe are half her age. The suspects, 3 women and a man, are seen beating her. At one point, one used a cooking pot. Police say the group stole $22, credit cards, and even her walker.
So this seems more like personal than, you know, than random, but it's more personal. So the 2/3 is going at each other's throat. There's nothing we can do for this.
The woman was then treated at a hospital.
It broke my heart totally.
65-year-old Norma Presto also uses a walker to get around and lives in the area. And though she may be a stranger, she sympathizes for the victim.
It's something that I use every day. If I didn't have my walker, God knows, I wouldn't be able to move around as I do right now.
The incident happened on the sidewalk near West 151st Street and Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem on Tuesday. The community is not taking this one lightly.
That's scary. That's so bad. That's not nice at all.
I have no character, no integrity. The thing that got me the most was, why did it need 4 people to attack one person?
Okay, because, you know, that person must have done something.
But Sam Brown says the police have it all wrong.
The lady saying that she was beat up and wrong. False.
Brown insists the 61-year-old woman started the fight with his nephew, his wife, and friends.
There you go. That's what you're saying. It has to be something. This woman says something slick, and then boom, you know, you got family member like that. Okay, they're talking slick thing, and then you get beat up
for a reason he doesn't know. And while police have no record of this, he claims this woman stabbed his nephew's wife first with a screwdriver multiple times.
They come allegedly looking for her and him for what? They are the victim. She is the victim. She was stabbed before this fight. This lady stabbed her.
And Brown,
there you go. There you go. We don't care, brothers. All praises to the Most High. Demons are all over, okay?
Okay, that the family has lawyered up, and they plan on going to the police precinct later on today to file a report and tell their side of the story.
Okay. Yeah, she must have done something, so, hey, all praises.
Legendary comedian Jackie Mason has died at the age of 93.
He said, do you know that this apartment is soundproof and fireproof? I said, if it's soundproof, it better be fireproof. Because if somebody is hollering fire and I can't hear him.
Okay, this lame-ass comedian, Jackie Mason, and then he used to be a rabbi, and then he find out that, you know, comedy is the way to go. He died 93. What a strange number. So all praises to the Most High, man. So this guy makes his fortune. He lived well enough along. He lived very long time. You know, he swagger jack our identity, and then he no longer. Okay, those people are no more.
He'd been hospitalized for 2 weeks because of breathing problems.
Yes, of course, breathing problem. You know, this guy catching that you know, Miss Warner was with the dude all that week, and then, you know, and there you go. Don't be telling people like, oh, he had a breathing problem. Get out of here, man.
His lawyer told CNN he died peacefully with loved ones by his side. Mason was a rabbi before getting into comedy. He performed nationwide and on Broadway.
So this guy was supposed to be funny. When you watch his stuff, it's not funny at all. He had a breathing problem in the hospital. Get out of here, man. All praises to the Most High. The angels are coming back reporting unto us.
Blocks from where I am standing. It was just after 10:30 when the gunfire started here in this parking garage.
So we watched this before, so I guess they have some type of update.
I mean, my clients are coming in and they're completely in shock and what happened, and I have to explain to them, and I really don't know, you know, all the details of the story.
Some of those who showed up to work this Saturday found themselves walking over the aftermath of the shooting, and what happened in this alleyway was only part of what unfolded across Marin last night.
On a Friday night, we have a lot of people working, but not enough to handle 4 active crime scenes.
The scene downtown was one of them. Police also caught up with a car that was seen speeding away from the shooting.
That vehicle was occupied by 4 people, 2 of which had been shot. At the same time, we received information from the Marin County Sheriff's Department. They were out with a vehicle in San Anselmo that was also associated with the shooting scene. 2 people in that vehicle were shot in downtown San Rafael. 1 person died on scene there, and 1 person was transported to the hospital.
And just as all that was happening, a 3rd car pulled up to the hospital and dropped off another mortally wounded victim before speeding away.
We believe it was a high-powered automatic rifle was the weapon used.
The evidence of that can be seen in every direction. Bullets passed right through door frames and blew chunks of concrete off of the parking garage.
Well, and there are bullet holes that are going through the lunchroom wall. There must have been about 10 of them.
So now you're seeing, beloved, those people, their businesses, place they never used to have shooting, you know. And then the Most High is tormenting them. Okay, this is plague number 5 and also plague number 9. Plague number 9, execution by the sword, and also destruction by the sword. All right, people die, people get destroyed.
That went through the outdoor wall and through our lunchroom wall.
Police say the concert appears to be the only link between most of the victims, and their investigation will likely lead beyond San Rafael.
Yeah, it's going to. I mean, we had victims from Stockton, victims from Fairfield. Definitely, this investigation.
The 2-3, man. Yo, man, the 2-3 is everywhere, man.
Going to lead us in many different areas.
And it's a little scary because, you know, I could have been...
A little scary? Nah, this is the angel reporting back. How long we are into this thing, man? I'm getting very sleepy. 3 o'clock, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Let me see, it's like 3:13. I gotta start praying at 4 a.m. at the 10th hour, and I'm getting very sleepy. All right, let me wrap this up. Let me wrap this up. All right, all praises.
Down in the parking lot.
Anyway, man, all praises to the Most High.
Hours working the front lines during the pandemic. CBS 2's Corey James spoke with the woman's family.
We're just distraught. We're just broken. I want justice for my sister. She don't deserve it.
This Long Island family is grief-stricken. Their loved one, 46-year-old Sandra McIntosh, murdered not far from her home in Medford. Suffolk County Police say she was found stabbed about 4 miles away along Woodland Avenue around 8 o'clock Thursday night in Holtzville.
Someone heard her scream, help, help, and call the ambulance, and they picked her up and rushed her to Stony Brook, where she passed away.
Sophia Kane says her sister died at the same hospital that she worked at as a registered nurse for 5 years.
Wow, that's deep. No, I wonder what happened to this woman. This is really bad.
Including countless hours treating COVID patients during the height of the pandemic.
She gets letters from patients.
McIntosh's family left trying to understand how this could happen to someone who they say had a heart of gold.
Sandra's amazing. She's just so giving, loving, like she's happy. She's a great person. Like, for this to happen to her is not right. She'll give you the last. That's the type of person she is.
Lit candles and flowers lined the street where this mother, daughter, and sister to 4 siblings was found. A sight that brings too much pain to her son, who has a message for the killer.
Out of respect, turn yourself in.
The entire family echoing that same sentiment.
You will get caught.
Hoping the person responsible will be arrested and brought to justice.
All right, well, that's very unfortunate, man. And she got stabbed to death.
You can run, but you can't hide, and God is not sleeping.
And police are not releasing specific details about this deadly stabbing or information about a suspect. However, family members tell us that person is someone who their loved one knew. Right now, authorities...
Most likely, somebody should know. You know, in the middle of the night and things like that, most likely somebody should know. Crazy things going on out there, beloved. Crazy things. All praises to the Most High, man.
Yeah, it's a real mess out there. 7 people in that crash were injured. They're at the hospital this morning. Judy Wang is live at the scene, the crash scene, with the latest. Judy?
Good morning. Tow trucks are still in the process of trying to clean up this mess. It is taking a while because several of these vehicles ended up in the ditch, and they're trying to pull those cars out. As you mentioned, the Chicago Fire Department paramedics took a total of 7 people to various hospitals. This happened at about 5 this morning. State police are still trying to figure out exactly what the chain of events was here. They believe there may have been up to 3 separate crashes. The other crashes may have happened while drivers were trying to avoid the first one. This happened on
the... Oh, praises, man. Hey, those people don't know what's the ley line, and you know, is it Highway 66 or Highway 661? I'm not quite sure what that is. But if it's 66, you know what to do. Oh, praise
the outbound side of the Bishop Ford at 111th Street. With all of the lanes shut down, traffic has been backed up all the way to 103rd Street. We saw some drivers turning around and going the wrong way just to get out of this jam. One car smashed up into a little ball. Cars spun around. Also saw a van and a taxi cab in the ditch. Now, at this point, the conditions of these 7 people.
Well, 7 people and the number 6 and the ambulance right there, scene of man, the beast and stuff like that. So all praises to the Most High, man. And and it's happened in Expressway, it happened in Bishop Ford, the Bishop Ford, out of all the place, and Bishop. All right, okay, well then why? Wow, crazy, man, crazy. All praises to the Most High.
The 2 officers in question are off the street. The men involved in that shooting still on it. A Detroit cop is suspended, another on medical leave after apparently fleeing the scene of a shooting that unfolded right in front of them. Sources tell me it happened near Schoolcraft in Greenfield back on June 30th.
Give them a spirit of fear. Okay, those guys, they saw a shooting going on. The 2/3 going at each other's throat. The 2/3 is going at that guy's he got the hell out of here.
That shooting still on it. A Detroit cop is suspended, another on medical leave after apparently fleeing the scene of a shooting that unfolded right in front of them. Sources tell me it happened near Schoolcraft in Greenfield back on June 30th.
This incident is troubling, and it is unfortunate, and it's not consistent with our training. It's also not consistent with the expectations that are set by myself and my command team.
Interim Police Chief James White addressing the officer's response or lack thereof during a press conference Friday. The victim, seen here in the blue shirt, was struck but survived. A sedan pulled up in front of him. A man in the backseat hung outside the window and opened fire with the semi-automatic rifle.
That's how those guys are. They saw the police car. They don't care. The 2/3 really don't care.
All of it captured on police dash cam. The officers drove off, but at some point turned back around to help the victim.
Yeah, because, he got startled. They didn't know what the hell is going on. All praises, man. I ain't got time for this. All right, okay, this is in Berlin, Germany. All right. So, beloved, this thing is all over, okay? Crazy storm, severe rain, hail and thunder, okay? You see the hailstorm? You can hear it. All right? All praises, man. This is the hailstorm, okay? This is plague number 6 right here. Increase of hail and snow, all right? There you go. You can hear the hail and the snow. All right, Germany, you're under judgment. This happened yesterday. Crazy things, beloved. Crazy, crazy. We give the Most High praises and glory.
The scene here, 2 very banged up cars, and CHP tells us at least.
Wait a minute, is that, we went to that, okay? Okay. Man, it's literally every day Long Beach got something going on. It's unfortunate people had to lose their life, period. Okay, let me see. Is it the one? Did we watch that one? We already watched that one?
We want to get to our breaking news in Long Beach. A wrong-way crash left 2 people dead and prompted a SIG alert. The crash happened on the eastbound 91.
Yes, we watched that one. All praises.
Polarizado no mundo. Nosso país que sempre foi campeão em vacina,
não está conseguindo vacinar, tem 16% da população vacinada com segunda dose. Isso é um absurdo.
A gente permitiu com que o cidadão desses se transformasse no presidente da República, com as consequências que nós estamos vendo hoje, que se traduzem principalmente nesse número absurdo de mortes pela pandemia.
Okay, so the Brazilian folks over there, okay, so to speak, the people called Brazilian, they are very mad at this fellow. Because that guy, he's like a Donald Trump to them. And then they were voting him because he was like that right-wing nationalist scumbag. And now all those stuff are happening, and then they want to kick this guy out. You know, they are protesting him because there are too much of them die. And then the people that they are seeing dying look just like them. All praises to the Most High. Okay, so this is happening in India. See the sea. The land is rising above water. Okay, all right. The land is rising above water. This happened yesterday. Well, it happened a while before. Okay, the land just rising underwater. So that's how Atlantis is going to rise, with all the cities and everything gonna be under them. People are okay. Well, that's like, oh hey, that's like the gas and stuff. Gas do not have the power to do this. Okay, you know, you watch. This is the water here. Okay, and then the land is slowly rising. Okay, rising out of the water. That's a prelude. That's a little, you know, thing that Atlantis is going to rise. You know. Atlantis was a giant continent, but it's also a city too. The city of Enoch will descend from the heaven. Okay, the land, you know, rise all the way. Now people think, oh, this is a gas and stuff. Right? That's not what that is. They think it's funny, but
vegetation, very important. Now the state has a goal to clear about 1 million.
Okay, we watched this before.
The headlines, unexpected. 7 vaccinated Stanford students, positive for COVID. 6 vaccinated Texas Democrats, traveling together, positive. And hundreds of Cape Cod residents and vacationers, vaccinated but positive.
These are headlines that make us stop and think, where is this going?
Public health officials agree. If you're fully vaccinated, you almost certainly won't be hospitalized or die from COVID.
The numbers of people who get infected with serious illness or who are dying from COVID-19 after being vaccinated is extremely low.
We have no comments on this.
Back here at home, it was another violent weekend in this country. 55 shot in Chicago, 7 dead. The police chief in Seattle pleading to get guns off the streets. ABC's Alex Perche with our report, teaming up with our ABC stations across the country to investigate what's driving this rise in violence.
Tonight, the country dealing with an epidemic of gun violence, from Houston to Pittsburgh.
But it's just been worse since the pandemic lifted, since we lifted the restrictions.
In Chicago, a total of 51 people have been shot this weekend, 7 of them fatally. Among the dead, a 15 and 16-year-old. Over 200 children have been shot in Chicago this year alone. And last night in Seattle, at least 3 people were killed, 5 injured. Police investigating the scene of one deadly shooting when they received calls of gunshots about a mile away.
Shots were fired and everyone scattered.
There were a bunch, like maybe 7 shots fired consecutively.
The Seattle police chief pleading for peace on Twitter.
We've got to figure out a way to get the guns off the streets.
That's not what that is, man. The Most High is cleaving the sword in the midst of you, man. And yeah, you can't plead with that.
The latest weekend wave, part of a troubling trend in recent months. ABC News, along with its own stations, affiliates, and the Gun Violence Archive, attempting to document every shooting this past week. Look at this map. More than 1,000 incidents, over 430 dead, 1,000 wounded. And many of these attacks brazen, playing out in broad daylight. ABC's Pierre Thomas on the ground in New York City.
Who are the victims? When you look at who's getting shot in this city right now, it's about
blacks.
97% people of color. It's way off the charts.
Yeah. We know what you guys trying to do here. Yeah, you guys trying to take that attention, put it on all people. Oh, 97 people way of color, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, whatever, man.
Lindsay, 2020 was the deadliest year for shootings in the U.S. in at least 2 decades, and 2021 is on pace to surpass those numbers. DOJ strike forces in 5 cities, including Chicago and D.C., to crack down on illegal guns. Lindsay?
Yeah, nah. You people trying to get the nation, get the people like, hey man, black people are killing each other, which we really don't care about the 2/3. But we know for a fact, we're closing with this. It's 2 hours yet? All right, we're closing with that because this has no videos. Okay, what those people are trying to do, they're trying to take the pressure off of themselves and then put it on us. 97 is people of color. All we see is black people. But they never brought out the murder-suicide that's going on. There are people are dying. The birth rate are declining. They never brought that. They can't bring it. Okay, they never brought, like, this thing is mostly is killing them. They can't bring that. They have to find out old news and saying Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. Who doesn't know Chicago? Okay, so yeah. All right, beloved, we're pretty much done. Okay, we have a lot of things going on here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, it's like a bomb went off. Marksville residents. All right. We watched this before. Okay, we give praises, glory to the Heavenly Father, beloved brothers and sisters. Okay. All right. All praises to the Most High. May the King reign forever. Shalom. I'll see you folks anytime the Most High says so.